How does an enterprise go from one-off approaches to a more holistic AI strategy where tools and apps are chained together and aligned to the ultimate goal for the company? Thinking about like individual use cases versus individual roles versus companies.
Yeah, so what we've seen throughout 2023 is a lot of siloed efforts. So obviously through Marketing Institute, we often hear from the marketers, but I've had conversations with CIOs, chief digital officers, CEOs, and it's been very rare that we have seen a unified effort across the company to pilot and scale AI. I think we will see much more of that next year. But the way I think that happens is a unified approach, and it probably needs to come from the CEO. Like, I'm a huge believer that the CEO has to be very supportive and invested in the future of the company being built around AI capabilities. And so I think you need a unified approach to education and training, a unified approach to an AI council that infuses the different functions of the business together, and then eventually building an AI roadmap where you prioritize use cases and pilot projects and resources by department or division of the company. So I know that that's probably hard to do in a lot of companies, but many organizations we talk to are just at the stage where someone still needs to just raise their hand and say, I think there's an opportunity here. I'd love to be a part of building an AI council. We saw that with our friends at VMware. That's what happened back in like February, March. You had a couple people there raise their hand and say, hey, let's do this. Led to a marketing AI council, which then led to a larger company-wide AI council. And I think that's what needs to happen. So if you're the marketer, raise your hand to start a marketing AI council, but try and get in the conversations to build a bigger AI council that figures all this out and unifies the efforts.
And if you are not in our Slack community, I would just say there's a group of folks in there right now within the past week or so that have gotten together all from different companies trying to figure out how they each can approach their own leadership and develop one within their organization. So there's lots of conversations happening. A lot of the VMware folks are in there. There's a university in there and people want to do this. So people are willing to share the path they have taken to where they've been successful. So I think
Yeah,
it's a great information in there in our Slack
and
community.
maybe
I'll
we
put
can
that
put
in the
that
show notes.
yeah, say the link to that thread would be great. I haven't looked at that thread yet, so I'll definitely check that out too.
Yeah, it's great.